Okay, everybody, welcome to a bonus video this week. I don't normally release Saturday videos, and I don't normally critique other YouTubers. It's just not an area I like to step on into, but occasionally, they put out a piece of content that's like a deer putting a gun in its mouth and blowing out its brains as it falls into the back of your truck. Like, you don't hunt, but you're not gonna waste an opportunity to get free meat. That was the weirdest metaphor I've done in a while. And I also would like to clarify, I'm a fan of some of specifically Screen Rant's content. I think Ryan George is amazingly funny, and if you haven't subscribed to his actual personal YouTube channel, I recommend you do so. But they also are very guilty of just dumping out poorly researched content to try and get picked up in the algorithm. And they stepped into my territory. They made Wheel of Time content. And I've had to bite my tongue a lot over the last few months since the show came out, seeing giant channels try and just put out fake I read the Wheel of Time content. It's abundantly clear when they haven't actually read the books, and this Screen Rant video has the narrator being like, time for an Eye of the World reread, I guess. Maybe, yeah, because you got one of the biggest mistakes I have ever seen in a piece of content like this, for several reasons. So the video in question is titled 25 Things You Missed About the Wheel of Time. And in typical massive content YouTube formula fashion, it's really just 25 random tidbits, it's not even things you necessarily missed, about the show. But my ears were when they hit number 8, and Let's just listen to number 8, shall we?
Way back in 1990. In the decade since the first novel dropped, times have changed a wee little bit. That means the Wheel of Time would have changed a lot too. There is one change that I was really happy to see from the books. They wisely changed the scene where Perrin's wife perishes in a pretty brutal fashion early in the first novel. While it was pretty shocking at the time, for a modern audience, this could be argued to be what is known as fridging. This would have gotten the kind of attention no TV show really wants to get, so wise move on their part leaving this out.
They, did you catch that there, book fans? Oh my god! So not only did they flip that, no, originally in the book, Perrin's wife is not fridged. It's actually something that's inserted into the show, and is one of the things I do not like so far and have criticized heavily. But in the editing, they show footage of it happening and didn't realize what they've done. They literally are saying, it's great they changed this for the show and didn't include it, while showing it in the show and including it. And then they go on to act like they've read the book. And this is not some small thing, which I am very forgiving on. People say wrong names, wrong locations, small mistakes are very common. But to claim a character who did not exist in the books and did not certainly die in the books, existed in the books and died in the books, and then didn't exist in the show and didn't die in the show, when it's the exact opposite of that, shows me, 1, you didn't read the book, and 2, no one on your team actually watched the show. Obviously. This is a whole video of 25 things where they didn't bother to watch the show before writing the script and clearly just went onto like an IMDb trivia page and misread some things. And then they weave in these charming like, oh, look how happy we are with the show, and it's an instant classic. Everyone loves it. They also say that, which, like, no, if you've stayed in touch with the Wheel of Time fandom, or even the people new to the fandom, it's been controversial. There's a lot of different conversations going on. So, as I said, normally I would never do this, but it's a gigantic, just vomit out content channel that doesn't care, and this is just a moment of me finally being allowed to not bite my tongue and go, watching the show's not that hard. I would even say it's super easy, barely an inconvenience, and getting things factually correct is tight. Tight. Obviously, no personal slight to anyone involved with like the narration or editing even. This is obviously a writer's side of things, though I think the editor probably should have figured something out as they're putting in footage of the dead wife. But for me personally, this is just your bonus video of the week where I get to go, wow. Wow. Seriously though, if you have not already, checked out Ryan George's channel and check out Screen Rant. They do have some fun content in there as long as it's not these researched fan videos. Anyway, everyone, like and subscribe if you're not already. Hit the Patreon, most important I do here. Have a good one, y'all. Bye!